Final Fantasy VII Echo S fully voice acted mod, where we are carrying on where we left off, just outside Midgar after doing the Shinra Mansion part of the first disc. So let's jump in. It might have just been a lot of thing, okay. There we go. Making sure everything's running fine on the YouTube side of things.
Our journey starts here.
It does indeed, it does indeed.
I don't know, but I've got no place to go back to now, so I guess I'll have to like traveling.
Hey Emsky, thank you for dropping in, as always. Ooh. Oh, I've got this too. There we go.
We told Aerith's mom to go somewhere safe, so Marlene should be safe, yeah?
She told me she didn't like Midgar anymore. Looks like all this came at the right time. Now that I think about it, this will be the first time I've ever left Midgar.
It's dangerous. You don't like It's dangerous. You up to it? You don't like traveling?
A little. No, maybe a lot. But I've got my jack of all trades, right?
I'm not looking not gonna speak. I believe that's the case, innit?
Okay.
Suffer with car sickness, travel sickness.
Let's go.
Let's go.
From here on, we need a leader for our journey. Of course, that could only be me.
I don't know.
I think it has to be Cloud.
Alright. There's a town called Kalm northeast of here. We'll meet up there. But the five of us can't just stroll around the plains together. It's too dangerous. We should split into two groups.
Question is, what two groups? I mean, we know we're taking Tifa, that's an obvious choice. Question is Nanaki or Red 13 or Aerith. We'll go with Aerith then. We'll go with what chat says. I'm pretty sure I'll get
I knew you'd do that.
I knew you'd do that.
See you at Kalm. Later.
Barrett can see it exactly for what it is. Picking the ladies. Cloud's a low-key man-whore.
Saving on the world map. On the world map, access the menu anytime and select Save to save your game.
It spits you out the back. I don't know why it does this, but I believe you have to come around this way. Normally, it should spit you out. I don't know whether that's because you actually come out at the back end of the garments to be more like... Look, what's the word? Logical. But in most games, it actually just chucks you straight out front. I didn't think, but I also should check what material everybody has.
Fry!
I'm not sure if you can take materia off other players that aren't in the party. I can't remember.
Sorry, but I gotta.
Got your number!
Got your nose. Got your nose.
Sorry, but I gotta.
Seems like all the attack voices are actually working this time, whereas I had some issues with my one or previous playthroughs. Yeah. I always mess that bit of the Shinra building up for some reason. The options like badly unclear, and I accidentally took all the materia off. We still managed to cheese it, but it wasn't easy. I believe Kalm's this way. I can't remember. I think you do Kalm first, then the Chocobo now. Oh yeah. Putting Arif's name on. What we might have to do is we might have to get Kalm and we might have to quickly close the whole thing just so I can put Arif's name not appearing on screen. Just chopping the bottom of the
Above and beyond!
Zip it, all these box. Zip it. Wrong game. Right, and then what I'll quickly do. Yeah, it's fully there for everything. It might just be an inconsistency with the mod, to be honest. We'll quickly have a look. It only takes 1 second to adjust in the mod launcher. So I did put it on stretch, maybe I need to put it on widescreen and that might fix it. I can't remember what the button is. This is obviously the EchoS mod launcher for anyone that is interested in playing the voice acted mod, as well as you can see a lot of other mods which you can actually apply, which I'm using to do the graphics and stuff. You can select which ones you turn on and off, select which ones you download, so you don't have to download ones you don't need. Yeah, that's no issue. I just thought I should have really gone into combat first. We'll fight one fight just to see whether that fixed the issue we were having with the bottom of the screen cutting off. Nope. Might just be mod side. No issue. You can see a health and magic, which is the main thing.
Lend me your strength.
Yeah. It's not normally, you see, I don't believe it's something that what would be the word? Resolution or resolution. I don't think it resolutions up to 1080p normally. It does it in like a box view, but I don't really like the box view, so instead obviously I'm stretching it. And I think in the process it might just ever so slightly be cutting it off. But it does, I do think there's a chance it is just more on the mods, on one of the Pacific mod side itself, because everything else is perfectly in frame, which makes me think it's just the battle scene.
We've reached Kalm.
They're probably at this inn.
Let's go, Cloud.
You'd think they'd all be here waiting, really, considering you actually...
Hello, sir. Are you Cloud? Your companions are waiting for you upstairs. It's 20 gil a night. Will you be staying?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I don't really feel very acceptant about having to pay. I'm coming through very quiet. Hello? Oh yeah, I am a bit. Might just be where I had the mic positioned. Let me know if that's any better. Hopefully that should have fixed it. With 8 hours sleep. That was a bit of a scam, that though. She charges me 20 gil to spend the night there, but yet my companions have clearly already paid to rent a room. She'll be raking it in if she's doing that per customer.
Cloud, you're late.
Way to go, not taking too long.
Sorry. Looks like I kept you all waiting.
That's everyone.
So, your story? Sephiroth, the crisis facing the planet. Let's hear it.
I wanted to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with him on several missions, we got to know each other.
You were friends?
I'm not sure. I mean, he was older than me, and didn't really talk about himself. We were more like comrades, I guess. We trusted each other. Until... Soldiers' main duty after the war was dealing with those who opposed Shinra. It was 5 years ago. I was 16. Sure is raining hard. Hey, how are you doing?
I'll be alright.
I guess I've been lucky. I've never had motion sickness. Are you ready?
Hey. Settle down.
They gave me new materia. I can't wait to try it.
Just like a child.
Are you going to brief us on the mission?
This time, our orders are far from typical.
Good.
Why do you say that?
I joined soldier so I could be like you, but by the time I made first class, the war was over. If I want to be a hero, I need to be a part of something big. What about you, hero? How do you feel about this mission?
I thought you wanted a briefing. Our orders are to investigate a deteriorated Mako reactor, which is behaving abnormally. There's also been an outbreak of brutal monsters in the area. Once we're finished with them, we can identify the problem at the reactor and neutralize it.
Brutal monsters? Where?
Nibelheim.
Nibelheim? That's where I'm from.
Is that so? Hometown.
Sir, some crazy-looking creature just jumped out at us!
That would be one of our monsters.
This is where we get to the full extent of Sephiroth's power. We don't even do damage, he's hitting it 3,000. And we're dead. He brings it back. Carrying the entire team, look at him. Resin and attacking, all in one.
Sephiroth's strength was unreal. He was far stronger in reality than any of the stories you hear.
Even when compared to other soldiers, like you?
Yeah, I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. And then we reached Nibelheim.
How does it feel? It's been a while since you were back in your hometown, right? So, how does it feel? I wouldn't know. I don't have a hometown.
Then where are your parents?
My mother's name was Genova. She died giving birth to me. My father... What am I saying? Now, move out.
You can't indeed hold his bot. He does, and it only gets even worse as the game progresses, to be honest.
Psst. You'll get in trouble if you keep wandering around.
To be honest, it's one of the things that really makes Sephiroth stand out as the big bad guy of the series. Is he, in a lot of ways, he very much is the bad guy you love to hate, because if you follow the story through, you realise, like pretty much most characters from the series, he just got effed over, to put it politely. and to be honest, was just part of a far bigger plan and scheme that was going on behind the whole situation than what I was aware of.
Lookout is so boring.
Just sit tight. It's your job. Want to do the usual? Shall we practice?
Practice? Oh, the pose! I guess in Soldier, you're always worrying about your image, aren't you? How did it go? Like this?
You've gotten a lot better.
I'm glad I'm not in Soldier. Lookout is so boring.
I'll come and check on you once in a while. Just hang in there.
The only problem with Sephiroth is, unfortunately, as much as his story is founded in tragedy, I suppose the moral of it is just because bad things happen to you doesn't give you a reason to go on to do bad things to others.
It smells of Mako.
And that's what sets him apart from Cloud, to be honest, and the rest of them.
It smells of Mako. It smells of Mako.
Yo, hang on. That's it, ain't it? What Sephiroth said. His mother's name. Genova. I remember. That damn headless freak in the Shinra building.
That's right.
Hold on, Barrett. Let's hear Cloud's story first. You can ask questions later.
Come on, Tifa.
Okay, Cloud, carry on.
The childhood friends reunite.
Tifa really surprised me. The village was deserted. I guess the people had shut themselves in their homes because of the monsters. No. Maybe they were afraid of us.
We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early tonight. Since we only need one lookout, the rest of you can take a break. Oh, that's right. You may visit your family and friends.
For those that played 7, we all know exactly who this is we're talking to.
I'm so nervous. You just never know when a monster might show up. I'm so nervous.
Not me. I'm all fired up.
Don't blow your chance of becoming a hero.
I heard the great Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of him with a monster.
How about you get back in your house? It's dangerous. How about you take one of me? Get back in your house. How about you take one of me?
I make an effort to avoid taking pictures of nobodies.
Well, excuse you.
I heard the great Sephiroth. I want a shot.
We're going back through that just so we can
Get back in your house. It's dangerous.
Fine. Prompus ass. Huh? Isn't that you? Are you Cloud? Really? That you? Gosh, Cloud, you really made something of yourself.
Then take my picture.
How about this, Cloud? I'll take a picture of you when you're with Sephiroth.
Clout chasing. Good comeback though, I'll give him that.
The inn has been booked by the Shinra company for the night. Huh? Cloud? Cloud, is that you? It must be... what? 2 years? You've really moved up in the world, being under Sephiroth's command.
Who are you?
I'm Zongen. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. In this village, a girl named Tifa is my student.
Did you say Tifa?
Oh, Tifa is very perceptive. She'll be a powerful fighter.
She is indeed.
So, what can I do for you, Cloud?
I'm staying here tonight, right? How's the village doing? I'm staying here. Where's Sephiroth? How's the village doing?
Let's see. It's been about 1 year since the boom in monsters. Other than that, not much has changed. Nothing ever does in the tiny village like this. As you know, when they were building the reactor, that's when the village was at its best. When they were building it. But it's been downhill since they completed it. A few years after, the trees on the mountain withered away. Was the reactor a good idea or a bad idea? With hindsight, it's obvious. But what can we do about it now? If we could just be rid of the monsters, at least then, things would be a little more bearable around here. So, what can I do for you, Cloud?
I'm staying here tonight, right?
Since you're with the Shinra company, you're more than welcome to. But what about your own home? I'm sure you'd be happier there. So, what can I do for you, Cloud?
Where's Sephiroth?
He's upstairs.
I can't remember whether it lets you do the dialogue for speaking to your mum first, so we'll go and see if we can actually visit Cloud's mum. Wrong house. First plan. Tifa's house. We'll get it eventually. Cloud's house.
This is my house. It has nothing to do with the incident 5 years ago.
Does it?
Hang on. I want to hear it.
Yeah, me too. It hadn't been a long time, right?
Tell us more. You saw your family, yeah?
Don't want to talk about it. You say family, but my father died when I was young. That's why my mom lived here alone. Yeah, I saw my mom. She was so full of energy. Hadn't changed at all. And then, a few days later, she was dead. But when I last saw her, she looked better than ever.
Nothing happened worth mentioning, did it not, Cloud?
Yes? Welcome home, Cloud.
Hi, Mom.
Come, come. Let your mom take a good look at you. You look so charming. This is a soldier uniform?
Mom, listen,
My, how you've grown. I'll bet the girls never leave you alone.
Not really.
I'm worried about you. The city's full of temptation. Your poor mom would feel a lot better if you settled down with a nice girlfriend.
I'm fine.
You know, if you had an older girlfriend, she'd give you some stability. I think a girl like that would be perfect.
I'm not interested.
Are you eating properly?
I'm fine. The company takes care of me.
Oh? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Hey, Cloud. But you see, Cloud. What do you think, Cloud? Remember, I'll always be there for you.
Let's stop this. What are you looking at?
This scenery. It feels familiar somehow. We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep.
Yeah, might as well.
I've hired a guy to take us to the Mako reactor. I'm told that she's young. I hope we can rely on her.
If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have banned hiking.
I wonder if he'll let me take a picture.
Well, I shouldn't ask. Especially considering how much you've made.
Late
it clear you
again.
didn't want me.
I was so nervous, I couldn't get any sleep.
Once the guide gets here, we're heading out.
Listen to me, Sephiroth. If something happens to her...
Calm down.
I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 strong men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you.
Tifa? You're the guide?
That's right. It just so happens I'm the #1 guide in the village.
But it's too dangerous. I can't let you get involved.
Then you can protect her. Very well. Let's go.
Mr. Sephiroth, a picture as a memento? Tifa, ask Cloud for me too.
The fake photo.
Cheese. Great, thanks. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed.
A Mako reactor was built inside Mount Nebel. The cold mountain air was just as I remembered it.
Okay, from here on it gets a lot tougher. Keep up.
We're fine. It's her that needs to be careful.
just as
Got you!
so,
Cloud! Hang on!
Seems we're all right. Can we make it back?
The caves around here are intertwined, a bit like an ant farm, so... Oh, and Mr. Sephiroth, one of your men is missing.
It may sound cruel, but we have no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. Stick close together.
Disaster strikes indeed. Sephiroth gives zero care about any of the other soldiers. He's like, F that guy, he's done. We don't need him anyway. See, this right here is what really shows off what is called the man in the black cloak in Final Fantasy VII OG. You're only just learning about Sephiroth, and this is one of the very few things that I feel in Remake, to be honest, did Sephiroth a great disservice showing him off so early. Is the mystery around him kind of only adds to the whole lore of him and why he was so respected and
Winter is coming.
and I feel it takes away from it a little bit. But obviously, given where the game ends, I think they knew they were going to have a hard time selling a game where your main big bad guy basically as good as doesn't show his face at all until the end scene, and you still have really no context for who he is. But at the same time, it's still part of what made OG as brilliant as it was, to be honest.
What's this?
This cave has a strange color, doesn't it?
It must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why a reactor was built here.
I'm sure there's something we're looking for. Maybe not. Maybe it's when we come back. I don't know why we even attempt to attack if we don't get a chance to set off with us. We're basically just like a cute little kitten he carries around with him. Or a chocobo.
What's this?
A Mako spring. It's said to be a miracle of nature.
Despite its great beauty, it too will disappear if the reactor continues to suck up the Mako energy.
That's materia. When Mako energy is condensed, materias like this one may form. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state.
Now that you mention it, why is it that when we equip materia we can also use magic?
You're a soldier and didn't know that? The knowledge of the ancients is sealed inside materia. The knowledge to manipulate the power of the land. It connects us to the planet and calls forth magic. Or so they say.
Magic. A mysterious power. Did I say something funny?
A man once told me to never use unscientific terms like mysterious power. He said that it shouldn't even be called magic. I just remembered how angry he was, that's all.
Who was it?
Hojo of Shinra, an inexperienced man who inherited the work of a great scientist. He was a walking mass of complexes.
A Mako spring. So, the knowledge of the ancients resides here. We've made it. That sure was the long way around, though.
Tifa, you wait here.
I'm going inside, too. I want to see.
It's off limits to civilians. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets.
But...
Take care of the young lady.
Man! Better take real good care of me then.
Here we are. The point of crossing fates. One of the most significant points in Final Fantasy VII history for a lot of the characters.
Genova. What's that? Is it locked?
Here's the reason for the malfunction. This is broken. Cloud, close the valve.
You stood right in front of it. Are you really gonna be that insulting to me? You just walk away and like Cloud, you do it. There you go, your Royal Highness.
Why did it break? I see, Hojo. But you're still no match for Professor Gast. This system condenses and then freezes Mako energy. At least, it did originally. Now, what happens to Mako energy when it is further condensed?
Oh yeah, it can become materia.
Right, normally. But Hojo put something in there. Take a look. Look, through the window.
What is that?
Normal members of Soldier, like you, have been bathed in Mako. You're different from normal people, but still human. However, what about these? They've been exposed to far higher concentrations of Mako than you.
So these are the monsters?
Yes, and it was Hojo of Shinra who produced these monsters. Grotesque life forms created by Mako energy. That's the reality of it.
Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different?
Hey, Sephiroth!
Oh, you're messing with
No, it's not possible. Was I? Was I created the same way?
Sephiroth.
Am I no different to these monsters? You saw them. All of them. They're human.
Human? No way!
Ever since I was a child, I felt different from the rest. Special somehow. But not like this.
Not like this.
Am I no different? I didn't understand the words at the time. More than anything, I was shocked that Shinra had been creating monsters.
Oh, Shinra! The more I hear it, the more I hate it.
Who would have believed that the Mako reactor held a secret like that?
Is this the reason for the increase in monsters over the past few years? I think we should listen to Cloud's story more carefully from here on. Isn't that so, Barrett?
What are you asking me for? Keep going.
Well, yeah, as you can tell, going back to what you were on about to do with him saying, like, he has a tragic story, Emsky. Sephiroth is a very complex character. As much as he's perceived as a bad guy, you can actually make a very strong argument that he's also one of the main people who is a victim in the whole story. Basically, for anyone who didn't quite fully get the context, what it was saying is, basically, Sephiroth, the reason he happens to be such an exceptional member of Soldier is it looks like he was basically tested on from a child and is basically a Shinra super
Take a break and
soldier.
save progress. Keep going.
Yeah. It still goes deeper into his madness as it carries on.
Mind your own damn business. Yo, Cloud. Carry on.
Tifa, did you wait outside the whole time?
Yeah.
We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He wouldn't talk to anyone.
And then he just disappeared.
We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim.
The villagers called it the Shinra Mansion. It had been unoccupied for as long as I could remember.
We hadn't even been born the last time it was used. People from Shinra lived there a long time ago.
Can we not talk to them?
This isn't going to add to the village's problems, is it?
Oh, you have no idea.
No way. Why do you ask?
Shinra showed up to prevent any damaging information being leaked. You pick these things up when you've traveled as much as I have.
Until we know that it's safe, You're not going anywhere.
Where's Sephiroth?
I knew that I wouldn't be about to enter a dark, dingy mansion that hasn't been inhabited for years, would I? Let's be honest. But we do know where he is.
There's no sign of Mr. Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go into that room.
A seemingly dead organism was found in a 2,000-year-old stratum. Professor Gast named the organism Genova. Year 1977. Genova is confirmed an ancient. Between 1977 to 1986, Genova Project authorized and Maka Reactor 1 approved for use. My mother's name is Genova. Genova Project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor Gast, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? I wish to be alone.
Thereafter, Sephiroth confined himself to the mansion. He continued to read as if possessed, and not once did the light in the basement go out.
Sephiroth seems different.
Well, that laugh doesn't sound ominous at all.
Who's there? Loathsome traitor.
Traitor?
You ignorant traitor. I will explain it to you. This planet originally belonged to the Cetra, a race of nomads. They would travel, unlock the planet, and then move on. At the end of their long, harsh journey, they would find the Promised Land and supreme happiness. However, some began to dislike traveling. They built dwellings and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had bestowed upon them, and gave back not one whit in return. Those are your ancestors.
Sephiroth.
Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors fled in all directions. They survived because they hid. The crisis was averted because the Cetra sacrificed themselves. After that, your ancestors continue to spread out and multiply. Now all that's left of the Cetra are these reports.
What does this have to do with you?
Don't you see? A 2,000-year-old ancient named Genova was found in a layer of ice, which led to the Genova Project. The Genova Project intended to create humans with the abilities of the ancients. That is, the Cetra. I was the one created.
Created?
Yes, Professor Gast, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, created me.
How did he? Sephiroth?
Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother.
Fuck it, Sephiroth. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it?
No, it's you. You're still sane, right? Then come over here and give me a hand. I'll check this house. You take the one over there.
Sephiroth.
Yes, indeed, I'm scared. Yes, indeed.
Hey. Hey. Am I gonna die?
I don't know, but maybe I'd have cared a little more if you'd have actually wanted to take my photo instead of Sephiroth. Hindsight's a bitch, innit?
Terrible. Sephiroth. This is beyond cruel.
And this right here is where you kind of have no... I was waiting for that cutscene, sorry. this is where you kind of are left with little to no sympathy for Sephiroth in a lot of ways. Where I was referencing earlier, where just because bad things happen to you doesn't mean you really have the right to then go on to do bad things to others. As tragic as his story may be, he just like needlessly slaughters an entire village. Which only goes on to not be in
Dad!
favour in the long run anyway.
It was Sephiroth. Sephiroth did this, didn't he? Sephiroth. Soldier. Mako reactors. Shinra. All of them! I hate them all!
Yeah, I agree there, Emsky. I think he takes it a little too far, but some sort of a reaction, like destroying the reactor, would have definitely been a necessary evil.
Mother, I'm here to see you. Please open the door.
How could you do that to my dad? How could you do that to everyone in the village?
Tifa, no!
When I'm in a bind, you said you'd come. You promised me. When I'm in a bind, you said you'd come. You promised me.
Oh, I will. We will definitely defend you on this one, Tifa. Don't worry about that one. Sephiroth's gonna get what's coming to him. And some.
Mother, let's take back the planet. I have a great idea. We'll head to the Promised Land.
Sephiroth. My family. My hometown. How could you?
Here they are again, Mother. With your superior abilities, knowledge, and magic, you were destined to rule the world. But those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now, I'm here with you, so don't worry.
What are you going to do about this grief? My family, my friends, having my hometown taken from me. It's the same as your sorrow!
My sorrow? What do I have to be sorrowful about? I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to rule this world. I was given life in order to take this planet back from imbeciles like you, to reclaim it for the Cetra. What, then, should I be sad about?
Someone's got to lose.
Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, not anymore. You're not the Sephiroth I used to know! Sephiroth! And that's the end of my story.
Wait a damn minute! What happened next?
I don't remember.
What happened to Sephiroth?
Considering the sheer strength he possessed, it's unlikely I defeated him.
Sephiroth has been declared dead in the public records. I read it in the newspaper.
The Shinra company is in charge of the media, so you can't rely on that.
I need to be sure about what happened back then. I went up against Sephiroth and survived. Why didn't he kill me?
I'm alive too.
What about Genova? A lot of this doesn't fit. It was in the Shinra building, right?
Yeah. Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar.
Did someone come and take it? It's not in the Shinra building anymore.
Sephiroth?
I don't get none of this. I'm going. Gone. I'll leave the thinking to you. Yo, Cloud, come on, get ready.
Be right there.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Cloud? How bad was I after Sephiroth sliced me?
I thought you were a goner. It was awful.
The ancients, the Cetra, Genova, Sephiroth and me.
Let's go. Barrett's waiting.
What a fascinating story.
Hey, take this.
Changing party members. Access the menu and select PHS. The PHS can only be used on the world map and at save points.
The PHS allows us to stay in touch. If anything happens, make sure to use it, yeah?
With the PHS, it's easy for us to stay in contact.
Alright, we're off.
Final Fantasy VII's Essential Edition definition of a fawn. I suppose we'll speak to them, see whether we can
It's
find
20 gil a night. Will you be staying?
No.
No.
You've already got me with that once.
Hey! Listen to this. Some guy in a black cloak headed east towards the grasslands, carrying this killer sword with him. He looked pretty scary.
You must be travelers. I know a few things that may come in handy when you're out there. Want me to tell you them? Alright then, let me explain how to use the world map. What would you like to know?
Mapping the keys. Map it, changing the camera position.
Write things with OK and stop writing them with cancel. See? It's not tricky at all. Oh yeah. You run automatically in the world map, so only press cancel when you want to stop writing something. This is especially important when dealing with chocobos. They'll escape as soon as you dismount, so be careful. Anything else you'd like to know?
Map indicators.
First of all, if you press while on the world map, you can change the camera's point of view. There are 2 positions to choose from to select the one that you prefer. Next, by pressing OK, or you can rotate the camera left and right. Try different angles. Once you find the one that you're happy with, your journey will be more enjoyable. Anything else you'd like to know?
The keys.
Seems like them text exchanges were in the wrong order.
Write things with OK and stop writing them with cancel. Oh yeah, you run automatically in the world. This is the special. Anything else you'd like?
Mapping the keys.
You can view the map comes in 2 sizes. Use them properly and you'll avoid getting lost all the time. Pressing start again will change the map size or make it disappear entirely. Useful, huh? Anything else you'd like to know?
The key. No.
You can save anywhere on the world map by accessing the menu. It's a good idea to save frequently. Well then, bon voyage!
Bon voyage. What wasn't in the original game? Sorry, I'm scared.
Thanks to Mako Energy, life's pretty darn convenient. And we owe it all to Shinra.
No way! I guess.
Yeah.
No.
I can't even imagine life without Mako Energy.
Or at least if it, I think it might be, but at least if it was, because obviously the mod, everything's been edited. Things are normal. I think they're normally actually explained in the right order. Because when I went back over it, and you were like at the menu for what would essentially be the first time, it was actually putting them in the correct order. It was only when I was trying to like go through the dialogue one after the other that it seemed to sort of jumble it.
Mako Energy's made things a lot more convenient, but on the other hand, animals and plants have declined rapidly. I think the old ways may have been better. What do you think? Yeah!
So quite clearly, even when you get outside of Midgar, Shinra and the reactions have done nothing but have far-reaching effects.
Did you say you came from Midgar? I used to live there. Here they have a lot of trouble these days.
Can you get in the back of it? No. Oh, there's a doggo. I don't know quite why he had his dog locked in a cupboard. I guess we won't question it.
A suspicious man in a black cloak showed up. He was carrying a mean-looking sword.
See, there's a good example, even here. Outside of Cloud talking about Sephiroth as Sephiroth in that Nibelheim incident, most people in OG just refer to him as the man in the black cloak, whereas in Remake you pretty much like met with him in the opening scenes and it kind of rams him down your throat a little bit preemptively. Which sort of takes away a lot of the air of mysticism from him, to be honest.
Miles was really immature. So embarrassing that I could just puke.
But it's a shame, right? Because that air of mysticism is what adds to, at least for me when I played for the first time, it's the sort of, I can't think what the word for it is, but like how things can appear scarier when you don't sort of know what they are or who they are. and OG Final Fantasy does a really good job with that, whereas it's kind of just sort of put to the wayside in Remake, unfortunately.
I'm gonna join Soldier when I grow up. I'll train hard every day from now on.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I'm not gonna wreck a kid's dreams and dishearten him, so we'll just move on.
You must be travelers. I know a few things that may come in handy when you're out there. Want me to tell you them?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Well,
I've already spoke to you.
I heard President Shinra was killed, and his son Rufus badly injured. I bet that's news to you, huh?
I'm not interested. You're well informed.
Just between us, I hear they were both attacked by that whatever it's called.
Midgar, the so-called floating city. Once I'd like to see it with my own eyes.
Basically, he's a gossip. That was the answer for that. He didn't even know that Avalanche is called Avalanche. Hey, where you going?
There's talk that the land near the Mako reactors has gone dry. That's why I think it's a good idea to have your energy supplied from the outside, like we do in this town.
My dad was a miner, but when monsters started appearing at the Mithril mine, he lost his job. Now all he does is sit around at the bar getting drunk.
Don't get me wrong, I do understand why they did some of it right, because essentially, when you bought Final Fantasy VII back in like 1997, even though it was split into 3 discs for the 3 main sort of acts of the game, you got all 3 discs at once. So they knew fine well they could leave this sort of air of mysticism over Sephiroth, and it was one of the things that just inspired you to want to play more and find out more about who is the big bad in the Black Cloak that everyone's referencing to. Whereas obviously because they knew from day dot with Remake they were gonna essentially chop the game up into 3 separate sections, I think that's why they kind of felt like, unless you're an OG fan, how can we really assure that fans are going to be willing to, like new fans and players of the game, are going to be willing to strap in for the ride and buy the next installment of the game? Because a lot of people, if you don't really get context on Sephiroth by the end of the first game, you'd probably just be like, well, I followed this all the way through wanting to know more about this guy to get to the end of the game and still have no answers. But at the same time, all they really needed to do, in my opinion, in a lot of ways, is just concentrate on really pushing the marketing that in the second installment, that is exactly what you are going to be getting. But it's kind of a shame, because I have even heard people saying, since seeing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that there's some people that aren't even aware. Some people think Rebirth is another Final Fantasy VII story, sort of like another Final Fantasy story. They're not even fully aware of the fact that Rebirth is a continuation of 7 Remake. So in a lot of ways, I think some of the problems they were trying to fix, it seems quite evident they haven't necessarily managed to
Stay out of the kitchen.
fix them and veer away from them by simply mentioning Sephiroth early, because there's still people, like I said, who are only just coming to realise that the trailers for Rebirth they're watching is actually the next part of the continuation of the story and not an entirely new Square Enix game. So I don't know whether really it did them any benefit in the long run.
I used to work south of here at the Mithril mine. A whole load of monsters started appearing there. Thanks to that, business went to pot. Now I spend all my days here getting hammered.
I suppose that was a good place to do some chit-chatting really, while we were in a bar.
I hear terrorists bombed a Mako reactor in Midgar. A lot of scary stuff is happening these days. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I quite like that voice actor.
True that Shinra made those monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, either way, we can hardly stand up to them if we're relying on their reactors.
I don't think that's quite the attitude we want to be having. Yeah, kind of. I do know what you mean. See, that's the thing. Even in OG, the cloaked figures, which are like Genova remnants, they do exist in OG, and they do kind of add to it. But I do know what you mean. Like I said, I think, to be honest, the fact that it sort of proves with Rebirth that people have already sort of disconnected it from Remake, that, to be honest, I think I can't necessarily say in hindsight that it was a miscalculation from them to feature Sephiroth as heavily as they did. Maybe not as heavily as they did, but I do think they definitely needed to feature him and give some context to who he is and who's going to be the main bad guy of the story going throughout the three parts of the remake.
The world's at peace. All's well.
I'll be honest, I think, to be honest, look, at least at the moment in hindsight, it does seem a little bit of one of them where it's like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. It upset a few of the OG fans because we're all sort of aware that he shouldn't have been featured so heavily, but at the same time, I think if you hadn't have given the context you did, I don't think it would have been beneficial either. Which, I'll be honest, I do like Remake for a lot of the changes they've made. For the fact that the game was so old when it was, and they couldn't envision a lot of what they wanted to creatively. Yeah, and the Whispers especially, they confused OG fans and new fans of the franchise alike, to be honest. I do see what they were doing with the Whispers, and I personally feel I can sort of understand exactly what they are, what purpose they were serving, to put them in there. But yeah, they were one of the more sort of contested parts.
Items? I've got them all. What can I get you?
As far as I'm aware, the way Remake obviously ended, it ended with the Whispers being destroyed. That was essentially what the penultimate battle sort of came down to, was the destruction of the Whispers and branching off into what seems to be this new storyline / timeline going forward. However, I'm not going to say that, given the way Square Enix took it, that they may not make an appearance, but I do think they've sort of served the purpose they were intending them to serve in the first installment of Remake, so I'd like to think they're not going to be too heavily a feature throughout. I don't think we need any items. Mainly materia and weapons. I just don't know how much money I'm going to have for both. Oh, it's a little bit weird there.
Welcome to the Materia Store. I'm sorry, our stock is a little low right now. Our supplier had some trouble with Materia Thief on their way here from Junon. If you head that way, be sure to avoid the forest, okay?
So we can get earth, we own a poison, we own a steel, we own sense. We don't own heal. So I guess we want to at least buy one heal and one earth. And then see what we've got left for weapons.
Welcome to the weapon store. We've got weapons of all shapes and sizes.
Guess we'll take a new sword for Cloud. New cannonball hand for Barrett. Some mithril claw gloves for Tifa. Full metal staff for Aerith. And the only one who really benefits from the mithril amulet is Cloud. But I'm not quite sure what he's already got equipped. I think he might be the only one that hasn't got one equipped, so that might be why. Oh, that's because he's got a 4 slot. We get gain defense, but we lose 2 materia slots. I guess I don't even think I've got them filled though, I'll be honest. Oh no, I do have them filled. We'll leave them how they are for now. I probably shouldn't have bought that and I probably should have checked prior. But that don't matter. I'll be honest, I may need to save it round here, as I do believe there is actually an area where we can actually engage with Yuffie and get Yuffie really early on. If I remember correctly. But I believe what I have to do is I'll have to probably load this save up more than once, as I believe you have to do the right dialogue to get her, and I believe that it may even be a case of it's a chance of whether you get the right dialogue. Right, so we're here and we need to carry on through this little alcove. I think I'll try for what we do. Mithril mines. I don't know whether we've done the mithril mines or whether that's due. I think that's what we're about to pass through. I was pretty sure you could actually get around here though. Right, so it is. It's after we get the chocobo. I thought it was. So we've still got a little while to go yet. I just know it's a chance encounter that you basically can only do once. I remember when I first, I'll probably show just for the sake of showing people that never knows this game, what I'm about to talk show it off. Honestly, it's one of like the most memorable parts of this game for me, especially because of like having a phobia. Not tiny either. I think we're just about to enter the Chocobo farm, where we get to meet good old Chocobo Bill. And the reason we need to go to the Chocobo farm is we need Chocobo to be able to get us across this desert area unscathed, essentially.
You watching?
But yeah, I remember when I was a kid, you get to this part here, right? And you basically got to run across this desert here, and it's literally impossible to make it to the other side without that figure, which is a giant snake, coming out of the ground and attacking you. I forgot to save, I should have saved. And the only problem is, it is literally unbeatable. You cannot beat it no matter what you do. At least unless you absolutely cheese it and level up to like what must be like level 40 or 50. As far as I'm aware from any of the playthroughs I've made, you basically can't beat it. I think that's done intentional so that you obviously progress the story correctly. But yeah, as someone who had a phobia of snakes, I used to absolutely hate this bit. I had no idea that you had to go to the Chocobo farm to get a Chocobo to be able to cross the desert safely. So I tried fighting it more times than I can count over.
You asked for it!
Only to realise that I was just never going to be able to defeat it. And I even did the naive thing of leveled my characters up here to like level 30, because I thought for some reason I just got to a point in the game where it required some grinding and I was seriously underleveled. But that isn't the case. What you're actually meant to do is you're meant to enter the Chocobo farm, and he'll teach you how to catch a Chocobo, which will mean you'll be able to get across the deserts safely. But yeah, that was just some personal lore, to be honest, more than anything. Although it is also the way the game works in regards to actually getting over that specific part of the game as well. From what I'm aware, I don't think you can grind high enough to just outright kill it. At least not unless you got yourself to like level 50. what we'll do is we'll quickly heal up. Let's use magic for now. Enter in here, and I believe.
Que.
This is actually a running joke inside of the mod creators Twitch channel, which if you haven't checked out Tasuna Mods on YouTube and Twitch, do be sure to go over and give him a like and a follow. But the person who actually voices Cloud, as well as I believe it's either Barrett or Sephiroth, I can't quite remember now which, as bad as it is, I think it's Sephiroth. He's also the person who does these quests, which are actually an alert inside of Tasuna Mod stream that a lot of us, for some reason, took a liking to. Thank you, Emsky, for dropping Tasuna Mods' link in the chat. That's much appreciated. Is the dance meant to take this long? Oh, it was. You obtained Choco Morg materia. I believe that's our first summon materia as well. So we'll go and equip that. Much appreciated, Amsky. I just realised we didn't even equip some of the new weapons we found, did we? We'll give Choco Mog to Tifa. It is a wind ability though, I don't know whether I should maybe give it to Aerith, not that it massively matters. We'll give Cloud Earth, and what we'll do is we'll give Aerith heal, seeing as she's going to be the main healer throughout the game. Equipped Full Metal Staff. Give her a heal.
Thinking of crossing the marshes?
I'm not in. Yeah.
Then it'll probably be safer for you to get a chocobo. That way you can zip through the marshes with the chocobo. It's the only way to avoid being attacked by the Midgar Zalem. Midgar Zalem? It's a serpent-like creature over 30 feet tall. It detects the footsteps of anyone in the marshes. And then, BAM! It attacks! To avoid that, buy a chocobo at me and Choco Billy's Chocobo Farm. To purchase a chocobo, please talk to my grandson. He's in the chocobo stables at the far right end of the farm. By the way, there was another person heading towards the marshes. Without a chocobo, the Midgar Zalem probably got him. It was a man in a black cape.
So it sounds like Sephiroth just headed straight through the desert without a chocobo. Man gives zero cares. Then again, given how he took care of that massive dragon earlier on in the flashback, I don't imagine that big snake will have been too much of an issue for him. Whereas we will take the chocobo route and we'll get ourselves a chocobo.
Need a chocobo?
He's hardcore indeed, Emsky. Hardcore indeed.
You old folks are out of luck.
Old folks?
We don't have any chocobos. The ones outside belong to another customer. You know, if you really want a chocobo, why don't you go catch one in the wild? Want to know about wild chocobos?
How do I catch one? Where are they?
Did you see any three-clawed prints out there? Whenever you see those, chocobos are definitely nearby. But without chocobo lure, they won't appear. They're very cautious by nature. As the name suggests, chocobo lure is a materia that can bait chocobos. When equipped, wild chocobos will be attracted. Otherwise, they simply won't show up. Want to know about wild chocobos?
Thank you for the follow. Where are they?
How do I catch one?
Wild chocobos always appear with monsters. And monsters are a problem. You'll need to get rid of them before you can catch a chocobo.
Hope you're doing well today.
If it wasn't hard enough already, wild chocobos are really cautious. They'll skedaddle at the drop of a hat. But by using greens, you can distract them. And they'll be less likely to run away. Want to know about wild chocobos?
How do... Anything else?
Whatever you do, don't rile a chocobo. They're usually quite docile, but tick them off and you'll be sorry. Oh, and remember, a captured chocobo will disappear as quick as a flash the instant you dismount it. Want to know about wild chocobos?
How do... Anything else?
Well then, shall we get down to business? If you buy now, I'll sell one chocobo lure for 2,000 gil.
What?
So how about it?
I think I might need to check my fundage. Don't think I've got $2 grand.
Don't buy
I
it.
just spent it all on weapons.
You'll never catch one without it, you know.
Oh, you're in luck. We got nearly $3 grand. I guess so.
One chocobo lure is 2,000 gil. How about it?
That's a real scam process they got going on here, though, isn't it? They know you can't basically cross the desert without a chocobo, and they know you need a chocobo lure to get a chocobo, so we'll charge you literally through the pockets for the chocobo lure.
Thanks. It wouldn't hurt to buy some greens either. That reminds me. How soon a chocobo will finish eating depends on the type you feed it.
Right, so basically if we buy the better ones, they'll feed for longer. Jesus, I haven't got... Can I sell things to him? Wrong game, oldest bot, wrong game. But nice try. What I'll do is I'll sell all these, because we basically have no need for potions. As long as we keep ourselves plenty of ether, we just use ether to bring our magic back up, and then we can just sell all potions essentially. Still not got enough. Jesus. I guess we're going to be getting rid of our... Question is, now we're only going to have one to be able to catch it with, so we're going to either have to be lucky enough to cheese it and get it first time, or we're going to have to try use lesser ones. I'll probably just buy the most expensive and do it that way though, purely for the sake of it shouldn't be an issue. I'll go speak to her, see what
My
she
brother
says.
Choco Billy swindled you, didn't he? Well, please try not to be mad at him, or my grandpa. It's been like this since Mom and Dad died. Welcome.
She knows the
Here's a good
swindling.
tip. Little white chocobos love having their necks tickled, but if you tickle them someplace they don't like, they'll flip out, so be careful.
Even she knows a grandpa and a brother, a bunch of swindlers and con artists. She could have. I probably should have spoke to her so she could warn me before I went and spoke to him. But I guess there's not a lot we could do about that. Right. So now I guess it's off to beat a chocobo. And I guess just in case we may save it, because considering I only bought one, we're gonna have some real issues if we don't manage to catch it. These are the chocobo feet that it was talking about, the chocobo march. You need to go into your inventory and equip the materia. So, equip chocobo lure. And now, if you run along these markings on the ground, you should actually eventually have a chocobo appear which will be catchable, which it looks like we've got one. And then what you need to do is you need to throw the Marmite greens, which we bought, at the chocobo. And basically we're aiming to kill these before the chocobo finishes eating. Well, that didn't make it stay very long, did it? Did he scam me? I get the feeling I got scammed, and I get the feeling it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. Well, we're definitely buying the cheaper ones next time, and that's a lesson learned. We won't cheat and load the save back up, because that'd be cheating. Lesson learned, be more vigilant when it comes to scammers, especially little kids. Can't trust the youth today. Free should do. We can only afford free anyway, so we've not really got much option other than to buy free. I can't believe I was like well and truly scammed by that little kid twice. I bought the most expensive ones, they did nothing. The only thing that does work is the chocobo lure, which he clearly knew what he was doing there. So we'll feed it that. Yeah, he's eating way longer. That little kid's well scammed me. Now we need to feed it again. Hopefully we're going to catch it in time. If not, I should have bought more. And I guess that's a lesson learned on my part.
Get ready for it! Here it comes!
I'm not going to catch it, am I? It's going to run. As if we basically got one more attack. There we go, got it. That was lucky. Chocobo caught. I thought we were going to have to go sink some more money into the little kid then, which would have been embarrassing. I had nearly 5 grand out of me by the end of it.
How to ride a chocobo. Press the cancel button to get off. Chocobos will escape whenever a player dismounts.
Right, so now what we do is we use this to cross the desert. And we should get across before the snake gets us. Just to find that Sephiroth has done this to it anyway.
Did Sephiroth do this?
How awful.
Literally skewered it like a kebab.
So this is what we're up against?
Wow, indeed. But yeah, you see what I mean? This is yet just like another one of them sort of things they throw in there to sort of add to the fear behind Sephiroth, essentially. Like, no matter what you do at this point, you can't really beat that, and Sephiroth just skewers it like a kebab. I can't remember my way through the mine, so we're just gonna have to move through as we go. I'm pretty sure I probably should have saved it before I came in here, because I'm pretty sure this is actually quite a hard place to get through. So we'll see how it goes. We'll do a Choco Mog summon as well, so we can show off what the summons are like. And that's essentially what your summons are. They're basically just massive beasts that have been fused with materia that you can summon into battle. Well, that went better than I expected. Keep us well healed. As I know, I've managed to get past Snake and do the Chocobo before, only to die in here, so we definitely don't want that to happen. I do believe these are weak to thunder though, which we've at least got clouds that can use thunder, so... Oh, I got a yay in a mid.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, we could definitely die to these if we're not careful. They do way more damage than I'm ready for at this level. So we'll make sure we keep on top of healing. Well, these aren't as bad.
No pulling punches!
Nicely done, nicely done.
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, why not?
What do you think of this trick?
Nicely done indeed. Thunder on ball. We use bio. The bio seems to be effective against most of the things.
That's it!
This'll hurt.
Nicely done, team. Nicely done. Mind source. Pretty sure they just boost your character. Give you like stat boosts if I remember correctly. Heal cloud, use thunder, and poison.
Nothing to worry about.
There we go, got some levels.
Hold it.
Oh no. This looks like...
You know who I am?
I'm not interested. A Turk, right?
Well then, this won't take long. It's hard to explain what the Turks do exactly.
Abducting people?
To put it negatively, you could say that. But there's much more to it these days.
Sir? I've noticed that you don't like speeches. Please, allow me.
Thanks.
I'm Elena, the newest member of the Turks. Thanks to what you did to Reno, we're short-handed. Although I guess that's why I was accepted into the Turks. In any case, our orders are to determine where Sephiroth is going and to make your life difficult every step of the way. Hang on, it's the other way around. You're the ones getting in our way.
Elena, you've said more than enough.
Mr. Sung?
They don't need to know our business.
Sorry, sir.
I've already assigned you to another mission. Go. Report back as instructed.
Yes, of course. Very well. Root and I will track Sephiroth. We're heading to Junon's harbor.
Elena, do you have a hearing problem?
Go! Fuck. I'm sorry.
Now go. Don't let Sephiroth get away.
Yes, sir.
Reno sends his warm regards. He's hoping to meet you again, after the wounds heal up. Now that you're best friends, he wants to share his new weapon with you all.
Well, Aerith, it's been a while. Now that Sephiroth's reappeared, as far as Shinra's concerned, you're no longer a priority.
What are you saying? That I should be grateful to Sephiroth?
No. Only that we'll be seeing less of each other from now on. Take care of yourself.
Strange, hearing that from you.
I would very much appreciate it if you'd all stay out of Shinra's way.
Well, thanks to Elena, I guess we have a sense of direction. Looks like we aim to move on to Juno Harbor. Can't remember which way we've got to get up. Thunder. Normal attack with a giveaway creeper. And I think we just unlocked a new limit break for area. Ah, it's still part of level 1. There it is, climb up the side of that tree. And then I believe this is where we have a chance between being here and making our way to Junon, where we can actually have a chance of encountering Yuffie and getting Yuffie for the party early on. It does involve some grinding, as I believe there's only like a 20% chance here, whereas when you get further on in the game, the chance actually increases.
Back off!
Well, that works. I didn't think, but really, considering we hit the world map, I probably should have used a tent for the hill party, really. It would have made more sense. But there's no need to worry about that now. What's done is done. I'll do nicely. Oh yeah. I forgot we go to Fort Condor first.
Our people have been in armed struggle for a long time. We've taken root here and vowed to keep on fighting. Whether you can spare the time, please, come lend us a hand. We don't want to be unreasonable. If you're busy with something, why don't you tend to that first?
I guess we can help. We're looking for Junon. I guess we can help.
I'd say I guess we can help, but I'm pretty sure you need money. Money we haven't got.
Great! Come on up and we'll brief you.
To actually be able to do this. We'll go in and we'll chat with him and we'll see how it goes though. Worst case, we may find we have to return here at a later date.
Wow. It's not every day you see people climbing up here. Huh? What's wrong with your eyes? Sorry. Listen, this is about to turn into a battlefield with Shinra. You best go back if you don't want to get involved.
Oh no, we're here for the ride. Don't
Did
worry
you
about
say
that.
Shinra? What do you mean, a battlefield?
Looks like you're also having problems with them. You came here after all. Will you hear what I have to say?
I'm not interested. Alright.
Did you notice anything on the top of this mountain?
A huge bird?
A reactor. And a condor.
Well spotted. Yes, it's a reactor and a condor. It seems Shinra can't abide having a condor on top of the reactor.
Why? What's so bad about that? Why?
It seems there's some sort of special materia in the reactor. And because there's a condor in the way, Shinra have rushed their army here to deal with it. The army's objective is to eliminate the condor and those living here. The condor is forming an egg. It only lays one every few years. We want to protect them both from Shinra.
New life, huh?
A condor's egg. The work of nature. We are here to protect the life of the planet. We have to protect the condor's egg.
The thing is, we don't have the resources to fight Shinra directly. That's why we hired mercenaries to help us. As a sponsor, You can assist us with money, or by fighting alongside us. What do you think? Will you join us in our struggle?
Cloud? Cloud, I think we should help them.
Can we afford to?
Sorry. Yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks, Cloud. Let's do our best.
Let's see what they have here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need money though.
You hang in there.
If this place falls, we're blaming Chocobo Bill and his son who scammed us. Let's be honest. Oh no, we got $3.5 grand. We should be okay.
Do your best.
Just fire, lightning, ice, restore. So we don't need any of them. Can we actually use these beds down here to rest up here? Or is it just a save point? I think it's just a save point, isn't it? We will, however, use a tent here. Heal everyone up for when we leave. Guess we may as well save at the actual save point. Go up. I was gonna say, got down the ladder, we can't get back up the ladder.
Thanks for accepting. The enemy's climbing the mountain. The target, the Mako reactor. To counter them, we set up traps and hire mercenaries. That's about all there is to it. Sadly, the village is broke. We want to fight, but without the funds, we haven't got a prayer. Costs around 400 gil to hire one mercenary. So hiring 20 mercenaries can cost as much as 8,000. To cut a long story short, we need your money to hire mercenaries, buy and set the traps, and to give out orders.
If you can't spare the time, we'd sure appreciate the funds instead. The more money we receive, the better equipped we'll be to deal with Shinra.
We know we're asking a hell of a lot. We've sent our loved ones to another village and stayed behind to face the fire. Anyway, let's get right to it. If the enemy reaches this shack, you'll have to fend them off yourself in direct combat. Now, if you lose once or twice, it won't be the end of the world. But if you keep on losing, it'll get rough. Do you have any questions? If you wipe out the enemy, or if you defeat the commanding officer, victory will be yours. If the enemy reaches this shack, you'll have no choice but to fight them yourself. If you lose that battle, we'll probably be killed, along with the Condor. Do you have any questions?
Oh, well, we haven't got much to lose then, only our lives.
Tell me about the enemy.
There are 4 types of enemies. Wyverns are flying units that can move at high speed. Stoners and Tristoners aren't very effective against them. There are 4 types of enemies. Beasts are monster units that move pretty slow. On the other hand, they're quite powerful. There are 4 types of enemies.
Barbarians.
Barbarians are human units. They attack indirectly, so you've got to be on your toes. There are 4 types of enemies.
Commanders.
Commanders are the enemy commanding officers. Taking them out is ideal, but they'll prove formidable foes. There are 4 types of enemies. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about units for hire.
Your mobile units are fighters, attackers, defenders, shooters, repairers, and workers. Your stationary units are stoners, tristoners, catapults, and bomb catapults. What do you want to hear about? Which ones? Fighters strike a good balance between offense and defense. At the same time, they have no real strengths or weaknesses. Which ones?
Forget about fighters then.
Attacker.
Attackers move quickly and are well suited for the front line. They are strong against beasts, but have trouble with barbarians. Which ones? Defenders are powerful, but slow and more suited to defense. They are strong against barbarians, but not wyverns. Which one?
Shooters.
A lot.
Shooters can attack indirectly, but have low endurance. They are strong against wyverns, but weak against beasts. Which ones?
Repairers.
Repairers can heal allies, but they have very little strength. Which one?
Workers.
Workers can set landmines. The mines are powerful, but the workers are weak. Mines explode when they come into contact with an enemy. The explosions will also damage anything in the immediate area. Which ones?
Something else.
What do you want to hear about?
Something else. Stationary units.
Which ones?
Stoners.
Stoners. We always want to hear from the stoners.
Stoners can drop a single boulder. The boulder will damage all enemies in its path. Which ones?
Essentially catapults.
Tri-stoner.
Tri-stoners can drop 3 boulders simultaneously. The boulders will damage all enemies in their path. Tri-stoners and bomb catapults can't be deployed yet because they're still in development. Which ones?
What good's that? We're gonna tell you about things you can't even use.
Catapults.
Catapults can throw rocks a great distance. Enemies in the way will be injured. Which ones?
Basically, I think if
bomb
we do
catapults.
This easier, if we do this later, it'd be easier.
Bomb catapults can throw bombs a great distance. Enemies in the way will be injured. Tri-stoners and bomb catapults can't be deployed yet because they're still in development. Which ones? What do you want to hear about?
Something else.
Do you have any questions?
Tell me about units for explain funding to me.
Right now we've got about this much gil. We need about 3,000 gil per battle. How much can you contribute?
Really? I can give you 3,000 gil, and we're gonna have to win.
1,000, 2,000 gil, 3,000 gil.
Thanks. We now have this much gil. How much can you contribute?
1,000 gil, 2,000, 3,000, nothing.
Do you have any questions?
Tell me about the units. Anything. That's enough. Anything else?
The first thing you need to do is station friendly troops.
Move the cursor to a position not marked by X and press confirm.
If you're finished with deployment, you can end with cancel. The battle will then begin. At first, troops can only be deployed near the shack. If you're too far away, your orders won't reach them. You can deploy units up until the line at the bottom. Press select to view information on issuing orders. If a unit reports in, press confirm and the cursor will move to them. Press cancel to ignore the report. Shinra dispatches units periodically, so it'd be perfect if you came back here from time to time. If you can't make it, then might we rely on your financial assistance instead? Do you have any questions?
I think
Tell me about the units. Anything. That's enough.
Hey, it looks like you got here just as they started their climb. There aren't too many. Can you handle it? Are you ready?
Okay, ready. Make a contribution. Let them handle it. Hear instructions.
Do you have any questions?
Tell me about the unit. Anything. That's it.
Are you ready?
Okay, ready.
Maybe 1 second. I'm literally just adding hot water to my brew that I've already pre-done. And we are back. Bit like Blue Peter, here's one I prepared earlier. Just need hot water. Any UK 90s kids will probably understand that reference. I don't even know whether Blue Peter's still a thing in today's age. Right, we're gonna give this a go, I'll be honest. I don't know how well it'll go. I don't know whether we'll end up dying. If we do, I probably will load a save back up previous, seeing as we've sunk all our money into it. But I'm pretty competent.
Hey, don't you think you're a little short? We need more gil.
What? You just said you needed 3,000. Now you're trying to hit me for another 4? If only I hadn't give Chocobo Bill all that money. So basically, if these fall, we know who to blame. Blame that kid and his scam artist granddad. So I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to have enough money here. I get the feeling it might be a case of we're going to have to come back once we've got money.
Do your best.
When you want to breed Chocobo, restore life. I guess we get rid of all our health potions. I mean, we're getting we're getting $2,000 from that. Jeez, the antidote doesn't do much. Elixirs. Elixirs aren't even worth selling. Noted. Oh, that's okay though, they work. I guess I'll quickly make sure we don't need to equip any of them, and then worst case we'll sell that and see if we can just make do. Vitality, spirit, protect from poison, so we can definitely get rid of the star pendulum, that's for sure.
Do your best.
Right, well that'll do us. We'll save it again here just in case. Seeing as we've already spent all our money selling all our items. And just save back over that save.
Are you ready?
Okay, make a contribution.
You wish
okay,
you
ready.
God mod here, Aldi's bot. Okay,
there are 10 enemies this time around. Many of them appear to be beasts, so you may want to deploy more attackers.
What? So did that not let me contribute more money? Have I just done that with basically normal? Oh no, it puts the gil in the game. So why did I give him $3,000? I'm not going to say scammed, but I feel a little scammed. Oh, it shows what's strong against what the weak against, so that's handy. So we decided fighters are good for nothing. Attackers, defenders. Shooters are good against the flying type. And we basically don't need anything else. Was it workers for healing? No, workers set bombs, we can't even set bombs. And they repair. But I believe they just repair the catapults, which we can't even use. Can throw stone far off and roll it, can't move. Defenders. Attackers. Basically, it looks like defenders, attackers, and shooters. And we probably just want to buy as many of these as possible. Attacker. Defender. Shooter. Can I buy more? I don't know whether I can buy more. Wait. Oh, I should have positioned them. We'll get one more of each. Attacker. Defender. Shooter. Start game. So that's a beast. So what's good against beasts? Oh, now we're in the game, it doesn't tell me. I believe it said attackers. That's a shame. You'd think it'd still tell you what you could use. We'll just send one of each out to begin with. Put a line of defence down here. And we'll work it out as we go. Arrived at their position, right. So what, move you down towards there to attack. And then a beast, so what, move another attacker down, do we? I hope I've got this right. True oldies bot, true. We got this. And we'll move him to there. And move another defender down, ready in place. Oh, so we can see which are strong against which. Yeah, so the attackers are strong against the beasts. And then we need a shooter for that. Action. Move the shooter down to here, which I think is already on his way there anyway. Defender can just stay there for now. Encounter an enemy. Attack. 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 Shooter. Attack there. Oh my god, this is going to be way harder than I anticipated. Enemy destroyed, so now we need to take this attacker move this attacker down to here. And we need to follow it up with a shooter. And move a shooter just behind it. And then we need to take this here. And send him to fight that. And then we want this shooter here. And set him attacking that. We kind of want to move him towards here because it looks like they're going to go that way. In the meantime, they can carry on doing that. They're moving down there. Shooter. We want to attack here. So they're not really needed so far, just shooters and attackers, isn't it? Just tell that to wait. Enemy destroyed. So we're not doing too bad. We want to move that over here though. And we need a shooter. Oh, so you can place them anywhere. That's good to know. So if we get a shooter, we should be able to place this shooter here. And that should be able to move in to attack there. I guess we'll just have to let it fight until the shooter gets to it. Enemy destroyed. Right, so now we need to take this shooter and get it to attack there. I wish I knew when I started that you can place these as they appear, because I've got them all at the top and I didn't really need them there. Sweet, so that's that done. So now we want to take that and get it to move this way. Then we want to move the defender down. Because I believe that's not. I guess we'll just have to see how the defender does against one. Go home, old spot, you drunk. And we get that to attack there. See, why is that not moving quick enough? We're just going to have to let the shooter take that out, I think. Enemy destroyed. Really? Wait. Right. Action. Wait. Action. Move. And then take this. Action. Attack. Right, and then hopefully this will take these out. Although it does look like he's running out of health. So we'll get another attacker, place him there, and tell him to attack that there. Right, and then the attacker wants to go there and attack there. Right, and then this attacker has got to where we want him in front of the shooter, which means the shooter's not going to get taken out. That's going to take out the other one. I haven't really got any use for the shooters yet. Kind of sunk unnecessary money into this. Didn't really realise I could place them on the map wherever I wanted. I thought you had to start at the top and move down like a game of chess. So you can wait there. Well, you wait there. Yeah. Right, there we go. And now the attacker can move down to here. And he can move across to there. While he goes across to take out him. We'll send the defender into battle with him. Oh, there we go. You can speed it up and slow it down. Oh Jesus, that is not doing good against that. I don't know what to do with it though. Enemy destroyed. So you want to attack that. And then we want... I guess we want to see how the shooter fares against this really. Enemy destroyed. And I guess it's basically we want to be able to take this out. And I guess we just want to send them all in at the same time to attack, really, don't we? And hope that they manage to just destroy it between them. So, take this. This is where we'll see how well these fare. Jesus! This is what we're going to have an issue against, is this here. I guess what, I'll put that like that. And put that behind like that. Jesus, that didn't go well. Whoa. Everything needs to move into attack. And then in the meantime we want to try slow it down a little bit. Right, Gil. What's it like health-wise? We might do this. Might being the operative word. Can I even afford any more army? 102. Well, why can't I? Well, what's the cost of it? Oh, right, the cost's there. No, we can't. I guess it's a case of speeding it up and praying. There's not really a lot we can do other than just hope for the best. It's down to less than 100 health. And by the looks of things, there isn't anything else due after it. What are you doing, attack? Yeah, we've got it. Halted enemy attack.
Wow, that was great! Shinra will be back though, you can bet your life on that. We don't know when they'll send the next wave, so check back every so often. Some allied units remain, so I'm returning some gil. Oh, yeah, I found something cool out on the battlefield. I hope it'll come in handy.
A magic Kalm. Well, that didn't go as bad as we were expecting. It was looking like it was going to be a little bit touch and go at the end there, but a win is a win. Won't hear me complaining, that's for sure. So now how do I get my material?
Everything's fine. Shinra's quiet for the moment. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I want to go see the bird and get
Tell
the
me about
material.
units for explain anything else. That's enough.
I'm sure you're meant to be able to go through this door. One second. I guess I'll pull it up on stream because we'll quickly have a look. I know sometimes some of the doors with the mod can get stuck, so you have to turn the mod off to be able to go through, so we'll quickly just check the walkthrough, because I was always of the assumption you battle it here and then you should be able to just go up to the materia. Spend your gil, do the combat, take the doorway outside of the war room which leads up to the top of the mountain, pick up the phoenix materia laying on the ground. Right, so you should be able to leave that door. I was going to say, I was sure that was the case. So what we might have to do is we might have to switch the... You're not going to let me back up now. Right, I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to save it, disable the mods, come back in, get that, and then basically re-enable the mod. So what we'll do, if you ever need to load the game up without the mods, you press this little arrow here. Play with mods is the default option. Click play without mods. And we should be able to dive in, go through that door, get the phoenix materia, and essentially save it just afterwards and load back up with the mods. The real OG look right here. Yeah, there we go. How come I can't go out of the door? Go down the stairs and come back up. Make sure it's not just glitched. Yeah, the door was open. We'll read this and just make sure. I believe there's no reason you can't do it now. You have had the opportunity to conduct Fort Condor operations ever since your first trip to Junon, but at this point in the game your characters have become strong enough that the boss you will fight for losing is a pushover. You can also receive a great reward for battling the boss, and you can save money by not spending gil on expendable combat units. With this in mind, it's recommended that you simply avoid hiring and placing any soldiers and wait for the enemies to reach the base and engage in combat. You will be thrust into a boss type battle against CMD Grand Horn. Take the door outside. So there is. I don't believe there's any reason we can't do this. Fort Condor is a number of small side quests which can be completed throughout the game. Check out Fort Condor's side quest section. The section of the walkthrough pertains to Disc 2 when Sid ventures to North Coral to Fort Condor in search of the huge materia. Enter Fort Condor and speak to the man blocking the path. He will ask you for assistance to defend Fort Condor. So we've done this. Speak to the man at the table. We did that. So why are you not letting me exit? Because I've got no mods on, there should be no reason I shouldn't be able to walk out. Weird. Oh, there you go. We needed to look out the window. No. How are things going? Seems like there's no activity at Shinra. Now then, is there anything you wish to ask? Conditions of victory, other... Well, I don't get it, because we've done it. Maybe it does just need time and patience, all this bot. Maybe it does. Weird though. Maybe I am jumping the gun and maybe we can't do this till further on. I was always of the belief you could get it really early on. What's it called? Can you get Phoenix materia in disc 1? Oh, can be picked up by Sid and the rest of the team. Can be picked up after Sid and the rest of the team defend Fort Condor against the Shinra attack, but only if they do so successfully. So you can't do it yet. That's why we basically, it gives you the option not to come here. Well, I suppose that's a lesson learned. I remember that for next time, but... Play with mods. You can tell it's definitely been a while since I obviously played the original OG Final Fantasy VII, as I'll be honest, I completely forgot that you could not get Phoenix down at Phoenix materia at this point. I thought the reason you could battle now is because you have the option to actually get the Phoenix, but I think it must come from when the egg hatches. So I don't know whether that means we pointlessly wasted some money there, but either way, it was worth it for the content. So now I guess it's just off and on to Junon, which will be quite good because that'll be bringing us to the 3-hour mark anyway. So we'll probably aim to wrap up somewhere either before or just after getting to Junon. We may see if we can cheese getting Yuffie, as I believe we could get Yuffie at this point. Right, so now we need to be heading northwest towards Junon. But I'll pull up the guide and we'll see exactly what's done for Yuffie, as I do believe Yuffie is gettable at this point in the game, even if it does take a little bit of doing. Probably not the best guide to go with IGN, but we'll see what they say. You'll encounter her as you would any other enemy, as she identifies as a mysterious ninja. Defeat her in battle and you'll be taken to a field where Yuffie lays prostrate near a save point. Do not use the save point or do anything else that will cause you to leave the field screen and lose sight of Yuffie. If you do, she will vanish and steal a fist of your gill. If you wish to convince her to join your party, you must talk to her and say all the right things during the ensuing conversation. Listed below are the appropriate responses to Yuffie's comments. One more time, let's go. One more time. We reply not interested. Right, so that should be easy enough. We'll try do that at least. So now why are we running super slow?
You're gonna feel this one! Come on!
Boom. Tifa kicked that bird into another dimension. And I believe it's these here which are essentially forests. I believe if we save it here, I believe what you basically do is you run around in these forests and there's like a 20 or 18% chance that you'll encounter Yuffie. suppose it gives us a reason to grind some levels as well doing this. Which doesn't go amiss. Thunder tends to be good against all flying creatures. Oh damn it. Go here because there's plenty of forest to run through. Thunder. Cure all.
I got this.
Yap while you can.
More new fees.
You're gonna feel this one!
That's 2 out of 5 down.
You're finished!
And we've got a limit break for the next battle. I keep moving forward because apparently you have more chance closer we get to Junon. No, that's the last forest. We'll run from this because we're not going to encounter her here. Worst case, we'll just kill it. There we go, managed to escape. One in 8 chance. So this might take a little bit of grinding, but in the
No pulling punches!
Get those levels, which is what we need.
You're gonna feel this one!
Calling lightning!
We're getting stronger at least, so we're becoming more competent at taking them out, if nothing else. Here she is. The mysterious ninja herself. Now we just need to win the battle.
Get ready for it! Here it comes!
Just a little should help.
Right, so that's that done. Now we go over to Yuffie and speak to her.
Man, I can't believe I lost.
I don't know why the frame rate's so bad here.
You spiky-headed jerk! Try that again! One more time!
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
Thinking of running away? Stay and fight! Fight, I say! Come on! What's the matter? Scared of me, huh?
You'll just get beaten again.
I'm going to assume it's the
Sure.
top option. The dialogue's actually different.
Just as I thought. But what can you expect with my kind of skills? Good luck to you guys. If you feel up to it, we can go for another round later. Bye.
A what?
I'm leaving now. I mean it.
Wait a second.
What is it? You still after something? Ah, so that's it. You need my help because I'm so tough. You want me to go with you, right?
For those playing the OG version without any mods, the option that I said sure on for the second bit of dialogue, you should actually reply petrified. Obviously, because the mod has got slightly different changed dialogue, that's probably why. Here you reply with right, or that's right in the original.
Thought so. You've put me on the spot. What should I do? If you want me that bad, I guess I can't refuse. Alright, I'll go with you.
And then the last option should actually be let's hurry, but for this version of the game,
Okay, let's get going.
Okay, let's get going. So basically what it is it's top option, bottom option, top option, bottom option.
Hey! Wait! I haven't even told you my name!
And that's how you get Yuffie early on.
I'm Yuffie. Pleased to meet ya.
So that was a win.
That went well. 今からそれしかないね。はっはっは。Hey! Wait up! Wait!
now essentially, if you did want to swap Yuffie in, you can go to your PHP, and there's Yuffie. So that was a success. Now just on to Junon.
Come what may.
I get the feeling when we left the game and loaded it back up, it's caused the mod to run a little bit slow. And then I believe one of the other things you can actually do here is you can actually encounter an enemy here and only here. That is some sort of dragon similar to the one Sephiroth fought. And basically, if you encounter it here, you can actually take a enemy skill from it that you can't get anywhere else further on in the game. But what we'll do is we'll aim to save here, as I'm not fully sure how you do that, and we will aim to continue next time where we may get the dragon encounter if it's possible and my memory is correct, before we aim to head into Junon, as it's getting to a point where we get back into the more story part of the game once we reach Junon. So we will save, and I will be back again hopefully tomorrow to continue playing some more of the Final Fantasy VII ECOS fully modded voice acted mod series. If you've enjoyed what you've watched so far, do be sure to consider giving the video a like and subscribing, as it massively helps the channel out, especially with me being a very small content creator. Do be sure to consider checking out the socials in the comment section below, or the description I should say, as I do stream on Twitch most of the time prior to it going up on YouTube. And thank you for watching, and we'll be back again soon. Bye for now. Aldous Station, over and out.